Self-esteem is the topic that's closest to my heart. I believe that for me it's been the key to change everything in my life. And I just didn't know it at the time. And it took me on the most bizarre journey to learn the key to changing my life. As I've discussed previously, my journey into adulthood started in active addiction and poor decision making, and not feeling like I was able or capable to make the necessary changes in my life, almost like I was destined and doomed to follow on this path until eventually I met my demise in some type of destructive action. And in spite of that, I had this desire to live. I just had no idea. And so before going into a rehabilitation center, I started on this track of maybe if I have all my ducks in a row externally, that I would somehow miraculously feel okay. If I got a degree, if I got married, if I had children, if I had a home, then everything would be all right. And then I had all of those things, and my life was worse than ever. The relationship I had with me was non-existent. I was completely reliant on other people's affirmation and acknowledgement in order to have any kind of substance or idea of who I was. And it was their behavior towards me that dictated, how I saw my value and worth, and what I could bring to the table. If I could be the best wife or the best mom, that somehow there would be enough value inside of me that I would somehow feel okay. And that path took me down the road of like wanting to be out of my reality, wanting to be out of how I felt about myself. And so I landed up going through the path of active addiction. And through that process, I landed up committing a crime and going into prison, which sounds bizarre, but that was the biggest gift I've ever received, because I had already got clean and sober before I landed up serving my sentence. So that was awesome, but I still didn't feel okay. Obviously, I was dealing with all of these consequences still from my active addiction. I was in the process of getting divorced from a really abusive husband. I had 2 little kids and really not knowing properly how to be a mom to them. I was barely knowing how to kind of live as a grown-up myself, as an independent adult. And what prison gave to me was, first of all, it removed me from my life so I could gain some perspective. But more than that, I did a course in prison around self-esteem development, and I felt like I found the Holy Grail. Because doing this course, I learned why it was that I felt the way I did about myself, and why I struggled to engage with life effectively. And even though I could portray a mask of feeling confident, on the inside I didn't feel that at all. And after doing this course in prison, when I came out of prison, I went on a journey to find the greatest teachers and to learn more, first in order to heal myself, but then to be able to teach others. And I bring this into every single element of the work that I do, because self-esteem is so much more than confidence. I can have confidence and still feel worthless at the same time. And so I practice a very practical program that gives my clients the tools that they can practice on an everyday basis in order to change their existence. And I believe that I've implemented them in my life to create the changes, to live this life that I never dreamed was remotely possible, that I am a mom that I'm proud of, I'm a wife that I'm proud of, I'm a friend that I'm proud of, I'm an employee and a colleague, and everything that I never dreamed I was capable of doing. And most importantly, the relationship I have with myself it's blossoming. And my life is evident of the relationship that I have with me. And if I could change it from the place that I was in, then you can too. It doesn't matter what you've gone through. The way forward is not dictated by your past experiences and your past behavior, but rather about the decisions that you make today. And even though you might not have the tools that you need, you can reach out to me today and start your process of healing, your process of change, and your process of growth. And whatever your life looks like today, if it's not what you want, you have the power to change it. You just need to learn the tools. So please reach out today and let's start this journey together.